Oh my gosh, what a fool I am. My card is underwater. The horror. Don't worry, it's plastic. Welcome to the True Black Tarot unboxing. So I feel like it's been a long wait, but it's worth it because, you know, art takes time. Ooh, look at that. Just look at that. I love how everything is just the black on black on black on black on black on black. But I mean, it's in the name, True Black Tarot, so. Oh my. Just make sure there's nothing else in that box. Yeah, no, we're good. Put the crunchies back in the box. So the crunchies will go everywhere. Then you'll have crunchies in your hair. Alright. There we go. We got this nice big bow. Glorious glossy ribbon. Oh my. Oh, we're upside down. Not bad. That's on me. Look at that. Magnificent. Ah, perfect. Okay. Oh, it's got a little magnet. I love it. It's so cute. Cute and effective. Ooh, we got some wiggle room. I like that. It is only the darkness that we see the stars. We got our little book. Ooh. I'll jump the gun here. Jump right into it. Nice pint-sized little guy. Very portable feeling. We got introduction. Oh! The book is so springy. It's like, no, I will not cooperate. Okay, so per card, it looks like 2 pages of information. And it's got like a silhouette of each of the cards. got some padding in the bottom, which is pretty awesome. Now this feels thick, hefty, for sure. I mean, see that? Oh wow, I really like the way these cards feel. So I do believe these are plastic cards, and that's what makes them so waterproof. They're very thin plastic, but still thick enough to make the entire deck challenging to work with, as far as size goes. At that point, it would be a preference. Which do you want more? Easier to be able to shuffle or waterproof? But they're thick. They're sturdy. Oh, and that feeling of that matte, that soft velvet matte texture. You can feel that. That's really awesome. So I'm not going to show you all the cards. I'm going to show you a handful. Oh, that's interesting. And I mean, the lighting in here is not doing these cards justice right now. So this is just the I think like a top card, just a protector, an introer, kind of get you in the mind, in the groove for really seeing this deck for the first time. I like it. Loving what you created and making sure that not only the artistry is awesome, but also the presentation is as awesomely nuts as you can get it in a good way. Now, there's a lot of detail in these cards that you just... the camera's not picking it up. It really isn't. And these cards do come in order. I mean, most of them do. So we're just going to get you the intro cards here. That's the Fool. The colors are so beautiful. It's simple. I want to say simple yet so complex. Does that make any sense? That's the Lovers. The Strength. The Sun. I am pulling them out of order at this point. Oh wow. Talk about fancy. That's the Devil. Huh. I'm really big into the Death card. I deeply enjoy the Death cards. This one, I'm not quite sure. I think I'll have to warm up to it more. It is definitely different, and there's a lot of subtle detail again in these cards that that the camera's not picking up. That is in the background, but it's magnificent. It's very detailed. I'm gonna have to get used to it. It's not one of the cards in this deck that I would immediately be like, yes, I love this card. There's definitely other cards in here where I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this card. Like the Tower card. Oh, I'll show you the Tower. I love the Tower in this. This is like, out of all the towers I've ever seen in any deck, online or in person, that's my favorite. Here's the queen. It just says queen. So I think you just, I mean, it should be, their colors are more, and obviously it's Queen of Wands. If this was my very first tarot deck, as in my intro to tarot, as a beginner, I would be confused because all of the queens simply say queen as their name on the bottom of the cards. Oh, it's so cute. I haven't memorized them all. I know this is cups, but it's just got the number at the bottom. There's just a number. And all the cups, they're numbered, so I'm guessing all the suits are numbered in such a fashion as opposed to saying their actual name spelt out, so to speak. I do believe that's a Dumbo octopus. That's adorable, though. Yeah, because it looks almost like there's eyes in the background, and he's kind of like hiding. So we got a king, and the kings are the same as how the queens are in naming convention, as well as the knights. It just says knight, it just says king, and it just says queen, along with the pages. We got cups across the board. Here's some more cups for you. Oh my goodness. We have Page of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. We've got some swords. I like how it's not just one style of sword. I appreciate the combination of different styles. I mean, heck, even in the, I do believe this is the Page of Swords, he's got a saber in his hand. I think it's called a saber. Haha, joke's on me, it's called a rapier. Also, an interesting thing is a lot of these characters are, I want to say, but I don't know if that's intentional. That's just the way I feel about some of these cards, is some of them are predominantly masculine or feminine, but a lot of them are mixed. Like, I gotta go get some coins. Coins in here. Like, the Emperor is very masculine. He's quite obviously very masculine. Along with the Hierophant and the Magician. There's quite a few. Oh, here's the Moon. But when it comes to the more predominantly masculine exterior of the more male-looking masculine characters, there's no genitalia for the males, which is kind of interesting. And to me, like, Judgment, that's a good... It's got a blend of masculine and feminine there. Or at least, that's how I feel about it. The same with the Hermit. I feel like the face and the hands are more feminine, where... Heck, even like the thigh, but then the chest and the torso, trunk, is more masculine. Maybe that's just how I'm reading it. And just like with the tower had no... Oh, wait a minute. Because the tower looks like it may have maybe a female. It says Ace. I think that's the Ace of Wands. I will have to go consult the book. A lot of the artistry in here is very, it feels like soft and gradient, But when it comes to these cups and the water, there's just these beautiful, crisp lines. They're almost like they're sharp. They really accent the water. But getting back to the characters being predominantly masculine or feminine, when I look at each character, I don't register a character as per se a him or her. For some reason, these cards are making me see it just as a person, period, which is very interesting and strange all at the same time. And I think what's having the effect is the colors catch your eye, whereas the gray, black and white feel to the skin, the person itself is not the main event, more like a complementary requirement and glue that holds the entire card together, brings it together. That's neat how the Hanged Man looks like he's more like daydreaming or sleeping. Although if you wanted to be quite morbid, he also could be dead. There is gold running out of his mouth and onto the ground, and he looks in... his neck seems to be in a very strange angle. But, you know, open to interpretation. That's what art's all about, open to interpretation. Here's the World card. And of course, the Chariot. And by gosh, the water in this deck, the imagery of water in this deck is just phenomenal. And I know a lot of people like to see, I'm already thinking about it. I like to see the Three of Swords a lot. Like, apparently a lot of people like that card, so there you go. And that is all of the cards that I feel confident with showing. It is a beautiful deck. It's gorgeous. It's almost something otherworldly about it. It's so rich and vibrant. Jeez, like the color usage. Not your average deck. It's very beautiful though. I am very pleased to own a copy of this, the True Black deck. And thank you to the artist for providing your thoughts and skills that went into production of this entire deck. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Thank you so much. I feel like I can look at these cards over and over again and find a little detail that I missed every time I look at it. I don't really know if you can say break these in or how challenging it will be to say shuffle it. But I'm gonna give it a try. Oh my gosh. Oh. Alright. Challenge. Super challenge. Because the plastic is so strong. I would not advise this way of shuffling. These are fairly, I don't know, they're reasonable size. It's just that they're thick. So, maybe in a smaller. I don't think they're really meant to be shuffled this way, but I mean, it's your deck, you do you. Oh, wow. I guess in smaller pack you could, but give that another shot. Yeah, no, it keeps doing the same thing. So it's these guys are made to last. And waterproof, right? Which is really sweet. I can't tell you how many times I have spilled water near or around my cards on accident and thought, oh gosh, I gotta pick every single one of them up, and I was doing something intricate with them. So it's comforting to know that I don't really need to be extremely concerned about these guys getting water on them and then doing some crazy paper bubble ripple action that is not I don't think anyone's a fan of the bubble ripple action in paper, especially on your cards. This deck has put presentation on such a high level for me now that I'm not quite sure how to expect and interpret other forms of deck presentation. I just personally loved pretty much every single aspect about this deck. I have no words or idea on how to explain. I don't know how anything's gonna beat this as far as presentation in honoring the artwork that it holds is gonna go, for sure. Well, there you have it. It's been sitting here for a minute and a half, and it has not bowed or warped, and the water has slowly been drying off. But no warping, because it's made of durable plastic. Yes, it's magnificent. I've actually only ever seen 2 waterproof decks out there that were made out of plastic. And as always, thanks for coming on this unboxing journey with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until we meet again, safe travels, Universe Walkers.